Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I started this channel because I noticed there aren't many videos in English about our beautiful country, Armenia. I thought it would be interesting to explore each marz in more detail. I personally choose the marz of Syunik because it is the southernmost region and due to its geographical position between Azerbaijan and its connection to Iran, this makes it one of the most important marzes and an interesting subject to start with. For a very brief reminder, Armenia, also known as Ayastan, is a landlocked country in the South Caucasus, bordered by Turkey, Iran, Azerbaijan, and Georgia, but we will come back to this point a bit after. With a territory of around 29,000 square kilometers, it is roughly the size of Belgium or Maryland for our American friend. We have the privilege of belonging to a beautiful and ancient country, which was the first nation to adopt Christianity as a state religion. It's why the Armenian Apostolic Church is a state religion. Despite the challenge over the centuries, Armenia has managed to endure. However, due to our difficult history, you all know what I mean, there are no more Armenians living outside of Armenia than within, out of an estimated 15 million Armenians worldwide. Only about 3 million, a bit less, reside in Armenia. So first of all, let's talk about the climate and the geography of the marz of Syunik. As mentioned earlier, Syunik is located in the southernmost part of Armenia, bordered to the east by Azerbaijan, to the west again by Azerbaijan with the Nakhichevan enclave, to the south by Iran, which is a very important ally for Armenia, and to the north by the marz of Vayots-Dzor. It is a very mountainous region with high altitude. So here it's a map of the topography of Armenia. We will concentrate us, of course, on the Syunik region in the south. And as you can see, all the brown area represent mountain. So let's be clear, it's not a flat land like the Netherlands. We will find some small areas in the east with slightly lower altitude, but they are still quite highly compared to some other country, This is reflected in the climate, which is a continental climate with cold winter, frequent snow, and while the summer are hot and dry. So now that we had a look on the geography and the topography of the Syunik region, let's have a look on the demography of the marz. The three main cities in the province are Kapan, with nearly 50,000 inhabitants, Goris, with around 30,000, and Syunik, with around 30,000 again. The marz itself has a population of approximately 141,000 according to the 2011 census, which is likely to have changed with what have happened in Artsakh, for example, or just the time, because the population is declining. This gives us a very low population density in the marz, around 30 inhabitants per square kilometer. This is one of the challenges we will discuss at the end of the video. Armenia lacks enough workforce. So, for the next point of the video, we will have a look on the economic activity of Syunik region. The marz of Syunik, with an area of 4,500 square kilometers, has two main sectors of activity, agriculture and mining. It's worth noting that 74% of the region is arable land, but only 13% of it is cultivated. Unfortunately, I haven't found any information that can explain this with more detail, Is this a lack of population or a lack of equipment or infrastructure maybe? If some of you are aware of it, I would be interested to know. It's mainly for growing crops, potatoes and vegetables. Mining and associated industries play a dominant role in the economic activity of Syunik. Despite accounting for only 4.5% of Armenian population, Syunik contribute nearly to 20% of Armenian industrial production. Not so bad for Syunik, I want to say. The region hosts three major mines, the Kapan gold mine, the Kajaran copper and molybdenum mine, and the Agarat copper and molybdenum mining complex. So now on the screen you can now see the Kajaran copper and molybdenum mine. On here it's pictures with Google Earth. And next one for Agarat, the same picture of the mine. And from Agarat we can have a look and see how big it is. In addition of these mining sectors, the Vorotan hydropower plant near Gyumri is also a major source of energy for the country. This is a good overview of the economic activity of the region. So for the last part, we will have a look on the tourism in Syunik region, what are the must-see, and some other information. First of all, we have to say that tourism is a developing sector in Armenia and it's important for the country. It brings people here that will spend their money here and discover and speak about the country. It's a safe country and pleasant to visit. And it's why we have an increasing of the number of visitors. The region of Syunik is a part of this boom and has many attractions to offer. It's important to highlight that there is an airport, as you can see it, in Kapan, with a flight connection between Yerevan and Kapan that take less than 1 hour compared to several hours by car. Now that this is mentioned, what can we see in Syunik region? In the south, you will find the beautiful region with vast natural space like the Arevik National Park and the Shikahor State Reserve, which is the second largest forest reserve in Armenia. So here are also some pictures for the Arevik National Park on the Shikahor State Reserve, on which we can see that it's really a green territory with so much forest. In north, you will come across the Rushtup mountain, where you can hike and admire the magnificent landscape. So our travel through Syunik will stop us not too far from Doris, the city that we have seen before in the demographic part, because we will find there the Armenian monastery of Tate. Let's stop here for a moment. This monastery dates back to the 9th century and is situated on a large basalt plateau. Due to its position, it offers a stunning view of the Vorotan River Gorge, on which we have also seen that there is a hydropower plant. This monastery has always been a significant center of Armenian culture, and we are pleased with the opening of the associated cable car in the 2010, which boosted the site visitor number. However, it is worth noting that the visitor count has slightly declined since 2020. The cable car, which had reached over 150,000 visitors annually, has seen a drastic drop of more than 70,000 visitors. Lastly, for our tourist friends, in further north, you will find the final two must-see attractions of the Syunik marz, both near the town of Syunik: the Shaki waterfall and the Zoratskar megalithic site, which is similar to Stonehenge in the UK and Karnak in France. This site may have been used to track celestial movement or serve as place of worship, with its construction dating back to the Bronze Age. That's about it for the tourism highlight in Syunik. I highly recommend visiting if you're planning an extended stay in Armenia, especially, I will repeat it, since it's only 45 minutes approximately time flight from Yerevan. Let's now conclude with a quick overview of the challenge that Syunik will face in the future. The first and most pressing is the threat of an invasion by our neighbor Azerbaijan on the Zangezur corridor project. which would allow Aliyev to connect his territory to Nakhichevan and may mean the end of Syunik region or its huge reduction. The second challenge is the decline in population, mainly due to the first point, but also due to the strong attraction of Yerevan compared to other cities. For the March of today, being the farthest from the capital doesn't make it any easier, and Syunik have already seen a big decline of its population. So it's all for today. I encourage you to visit Syunik and explore more of the other region of Armenia. There is so much to discover in this beautiful country. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment if you have liked the video. It was all. Bye bye.